Today I'll be showing you this open source repo that uses GitHub to generate, archive, and serve your resume, all automatically. It's called git-resume. The best part is you can point any of your favorite AI agents at it, and they'll adjust this template repo to your own profile. The repository contains an agents.md file with specific instructions on how to manage this repo, as well as initial resume writer skills, which you're free to replace with your own by simply uploading them. So make sure to star and press fork. You can set any repository name, and then press create fork. Before you can start building your own resume, you need to enable a couple of features first. First, let's enable GitHub Actions for this repo. Then go to Settings, Pages, and change the source to GitHub Actions. This second part is only required if you'd like a shareable link for all of your generated resumes. Now, to get started, you need to clone this repo and start editing the templates. For this video, I'll be using OpenCode, which provides free models with generous limits. Basically, I'm asking it to copy and get accustomed to the repository. Then let's proceed to give it our information so it can fill up the templates. However, this part is up to you. You're free to customize the template however much you like. It's written in LaTeX, so most mid-tier models will be able to edit it pretty easily. For simplicity, I gave Jimmy's LinkedIn profile directly. You can also copy-paste contents of your old resume, or even ask it to build one from scratch. Alright, the agent is done creating Jimmy's resume. Let me show you another beauty of this workflow. You can easily create specifically tailored resumes for different job listings. For example, let's say you're a pretty experienced computer scientist and your default resume profile is about software engineering. But let's say you want to switch things up and apply for a data engineering position, or even the same SWE role but with different skill showcasing or phrasing adjusted to the company's requirements and values. In our demo, Mr. Beast is somehow planning to apply for infrastructure software engineer at Meta. In this case, the feature of this repo is that you can create a branch per version of your resume and maintain them in parallel. Both branches will be generated and published at the same time. So let's go ahead and let our agent do its thing. With every push from each branch, you trigger a GitHub Actions workflow that does these three things. First, compiles the LaTeX template into a PDF file, then creates a release to keep a historical track of versions of your resumes, and at last, publishes a GitHub Pages shareable web page. Here you can see that the workflow created 4 releases, 2 per branch. Each branch will have its own latest release that keeps only the last generated version of your resume, as well as a time-stamped historical record of all of your updates. When your workflow finishes successfully, you're able to access your resume at a URL, where the subdomain is your username, followed by github.io, and then / the repository name you set when you forked it. As you can see, my free agent was able to generate a somewhat decent and accurate resume of Jimmy, but I highly recommend using better models for a higher chance of getting interviews. On the top header, you can see 2 pickers where you can filter by either the profile or the version of your resume. If you find this repo useful, make sure to star and share it. I'm also planning to add a simple content editor that would mostly simplify the steps for non-technical people and reduce the need for the terminal, if enough people ask for it.